morning, everybody, and hope you're doing well this morning. Welcome back to Lessons with Country Cuz. We're going to have a slightly advanced lesson this morning, so you might want to get you some pencil and paper and write some of this down. This is going to be a lesson on modulation. I know a lot of y'all and everybody that plays along with a record, like when I used to play in a gospel quartet, they did a lot of modulation. Modulation is when you're playing in, let's say you're playing in the key of A. What I just done, I modulated between an A and a B. And George Jones does a lot of modulation in his song, and if you're playing along and you at the start you find out what key is in and you start playing, and about halfway through the song you get lost, that's cause of a key change right in the middle of the song. And I'll teach you how to listen for it and how to play one. So with that being said, we're going to start off, we're going to play in the key of A, right here, and we're going to use a 1-4-5 chord. One chord being an A, 4 chord being a D. All right, that's going to be the 5th fret for the A, in open E tuning, 10th fret for the D, and then a 12th fret for the E, or you can do it open. Give it that little walk up if you want to, which I do a lot in certain songs. Alright, but then we're going to modulate from that A to a B, and that modulation thing is going to sound something like this right here. Then the B becomes the 1 chord. So the 4 chord in the key of B would be an E. And if you can't remember that, or you don't have a Nashville number chart, always remember 1 chord, and then the 4 chord, as they call it, is 6 frets up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 frets up, and that puts you on the E. And then the 5 chord is 8 up, so that's 6, 7, 8, and that's a G flat or F sharp, whichever one you want to call it. Or you can play it up here at the 2nd fret. And then revert back to your B. Alright, so we're going to run through the song one time to give you an idea of what we're doing. And whenever I get to the modulation part, I'm going to say, here it comes, to let you know in advance. So we're going to be playing, and I'm going to kick it off like this right here. Modulate back down for you today. So what we did right there is we played an A in the key of A, and a D, and an E. Then to modulate, I went and I like to. Now we in the key of B. So the one chord now would be a B. The four chord is a E. The five chord is going to be a G flat. You can do it up here at the 2nd fret or at the 14th fret. Then it reverts back to the B at the 7th fret. Modulate back today. But if you notice, there's a very slight hint of when it's happening is because we're going back and playing the exact same tune. If you can catch the modulation. Did you catch it? It was a little hint. All right, so if you are not figuring out the process, just think of it as modulating up a whole step. Now, and you can modulate down a whole step. But see, the tune didn't change, because I can modulate back now. And believe it or not, in some of that gospel music we played, it didn't modulate one time, especially with my cousin, Vestal Goodman. If you listen to her, and whenever she keeps building up higher and higher, they modulate 3 times. Sometimes they'll go from A to a D. And then they'll come back down. But as her voice rises, the notes have to rise to follow her. So they modulate up with her. So that's what modulating is, and that's why some of your gospel and some of your country songs are hard to follow. And now the old Hank Williams music and all that, they didn't do much modulating. Matter of fact, they played modulation when you setting up to go to your 5 chord using your 2 chord there. That was just a little lesson on modulation and how it sounds, because like I said, you be prepared for it. Most of the time you'll hear it go like see, I'm playing the same thing, but in 2 different keys right there. I went from an A to a B. Alright, let's go back to the A. And that right there is not used a lot in most live bands except in gospel, but now if you look at some of the old songbooks or some of the modern quartet, most of your quartet style singing, but like I said, George Jones used a lot of modulation into his when he would go playing some of his higher notes that he'd sing. All right, and I hope each and every one of y'all are safe. I hope y'all keep the people in Tennessee and the school shooting deal in your prayers. I don't know what the world's coming to. Everybody's gone crazy. We had shootings down here this weekend at a Balloon Festival. Then they had a fire ant festival in the next county. They had a shooting. Then they had a deranged person locked up in a room in the hospital. He set something on fire and set the sprinkler system off and just about ruined everything in the hospital here. And it's been a crazy weekend, that's for sure. We've had rain for 2 days. It's cool this morning. High today 68, so it's going to feel pretty good. Hope each and every one of y'all are staying safe, and I hope you practice your music and get a grip on this modulation, because you're going to run into it a good bit if you're playing, especially with any kind of gospel quartet groups. Y'all stay safe and come back to see me. If you're not subscribed, go right down there and subscribe up. I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment what you think about modulation. Y'all say, we'll see you later.